Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's lecture is about relation between the length of an arc of a circle and the circular measure of its central angle. Now, the terms that we need to know is what do we mean by arc of a circle? Arc of a circle is part of a circle. We know what a circle is. So any part of this circle will be called the arc of the circle. For example, AB. It is a part of this circle. So it is called the arc of the circle. We will be learning the relation between the length of an arc of the circle. We have taken AB as the arc. Okay, let AB be the arc of the circle and let L represent the length of this arc, whether it's 10 centimeter or 5 centimeter, any arc, and its length is L. Okay, and we need to circular measure means the measurement of the angle in radians. Circular measure of its central angle. What is a central angle? Central angle is an angle which is subtended by any arc of the circle at the center of the same circle. For example, this angle theta, it is a central angle because its vertex is on the center of the circle and the arms of this angle passes through the end points of this arc. So we say that this angle is subtended by this arc at the center of the circle. So we are going to learn about the relation between theta, the central angle, this is called the central angle, the arc length L, and radius of the circle. Let theta be the central angle, R be the radius of the circle, and L be the length of an arc of any arc of the circle. Then the angle theta is always equal to L over R, the ratio of the length of this arc, okay, and radius of the circle. The ratio between these 2 points will always give you this angle, okay, and the ratio between L and R will give you theta. And this relation can also be written as L is equal to R theta. Now let's do some question about this relation. Question number 4 and 5 are related to this relation. I will select question number 5 part 2 because it's a bit hard. Here we are given we have to find L when theta is equal to 65 degrees and 20 minutes and R is equal to 18 millimeters. So we are given theta and the radius of the circle and we need to find the length L. L is equal to R theta. Okay. Question number 5 part 2. Here theta is equal to 65 degrees and 21 minutes. R is equal to 18 millimeter and they are asking for the arc length. Okay. Theta is 65 degrees and 21 minutes. R is equal to 18 millimeter and L is equal to what? We have to find the value of L. Now remember that theta here is always measured in radians. Okay, theta will always be measured in radians. Okay, we will use theta in radians, not in degrees, while we are using this relation. Now, but first, now theta here is in degrees and minutes. Okay, it's not in radians, so we will have to convert this theta into radians. For that, first of all, I will have to convert these minutes into degrees and then add them to 65 degrees because this theta is 65 degrees plus some minutes. Okay, so let us convert. First of all, let me convert or write this theta as a whole in degrees. This is 65 degrees plus 21 minutes. Okay, I'm going to convert these minutes into degrees. Now we know that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, it means if you want to find 1 minute is equal to how much degrees, because we want to convert minutes into degrees. So I want to find the amount of degrees which is equal to 1 minute. So 1 minute will be equal to 1 by 60 degrees, because 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, then 1 minute will be equal to 1 by 60 degrees. Or if you don't want to remember this, just simply remember that whenever we want to convert degrees to minutes, you just multiply by 60. Okay, or if you want to convert minutes to degrees, then you divide the number by 60. Okay, it will be enough to remember this. Okay, whenever you want to convert degrees into minutes, you multiply by 60, and if you are converting minutes to degrees, then you divide the minutes by 60. Over here we have 21 minutes. You want to convert this into degrees, so we will travel from minutes to degrees, and that we will do by dividing 21 by 60. So theta is going to be 65 degrees plus 21 by 60 degrees. Now 65 plus 21 by 60 will be equal to, this is equal to, if you use calculators you can easily find out that this is equal to 65.33 degrees, adding these two. So theta over here is 65.33 degrees. Now we know that in this relation we are going to use theta in radians only, because whenever theta is used in calculation, it is always used in the form of radians, not in degrees. Okay, so we need to convert this to radians. Now we know that 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radians. If 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 degrees, pi by 180 radians, then 65.33 degrees will be equal to how much radians? 65 into 65.33 into pi by 180 radians. Okay, so if you want to convert degrees to radians, you are going to multiply by pi by 180, and if you want to go to reverse from radians to degrees, then you divide by pi over 180. So 65.33 degrees is going to be 65.33 into pi by 180 radians. Okay, 65.33 into pi by 180 radians. And 65.33 multiplied by pi will be 3.14. Okay, this is the pi that we used in finding the area of circle and circumference, etc. Okay, 22 by 7 or 3.144. Putting the value of pi and then calculated, we are going to get 1.403 radians. Okay, now theta is converted into radians. Now over here we were given theta and r, and we had to calculate L. L is equal to r theta. So putting the value of r and theta in radians, multiplying 18 by 1.403 will give us 20.52 millimeters. Okay, and this will complete our question. So one thing that you need to remember is that first this theta should be in radian. In order to convert it to radian, we had to find out total degrees of this angle. Okay, and there's 65 degrees plus 21 minutes were given, and we first calculated how much minutes, how much degrees are there in 21 minutes. For that we had to divide it by 60. After this we added these two and we got these degrees, and then in order to convert this theta into radians, we had to multiply it by pi by 180. So after its circular measurement, now we after that we had to find L is equal to r theta. For that we put the value of r 18 and we put the value of theta to be 1.403. After multiplying them, we got the value of L. So this is how we do this kind of question. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 7 is the same as this, so we'll move to question number 9. In question number 9, the question is, a railway train is running on a circular track of radius 500. So you have a railway train and it is moving in a circular path, and the radius of the circle is given to be 500 meters at the rate of 30 kilometer per hour. This is the distance which the train is covering in 1 hour, or in other words, this is the speed of the train. okay, 30 kilometer per hour. This is the speed of the train, and the radius of the the radius of the circular track in which the railway is moving is 500. Through what angle will it turn in 10 seconds? We have to find that after 10 seconds, if it moves from one point to another point in 10 seconds, then how much angle does it cover? So let us write the things which are given to us. So over here we have a train which is moving in the circular track. Let this be the train, and they have given us that the radius of the circle is 500 meters. Okay, the radius of the circle is 500 meters, and the speed of the train, radius of the circle is given, r is given to be 500 meters. Speed of the train is equal to 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, as you see, the radius is in meters while the speed is in kilometers, so we will have to convert this kilometers into meters, and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So 30 kilometer will be 30 into 1000 meters. This I'm going to do it later. And what else they are saying? Through what angle will it turn in 10 seconds? Okay, in 10 seconds obviously it will move from one point. Suppose it is over here in the beginning, okay, and after 10 seconds suppose it has come to the point B, the train. Okay, suppose that the train has traveled a distance from A to B. Okay, the train has traveled a distance from A to B in 10 seconds. The time which it has taken is 10 seconds. Time is 10 seconds. Now again, here the time is given in hours and here it is given seconds. So we will have to convert these hours into second by multiplying this by 3600. Okay, 1 hour is 3600 seconds. Now the train has moved, suppose it has moved from point A to point B, okay, in 10 seconds. Now they want us to find out the angle through which this train has moved. Okay, suppose that when it has moved from A to B, then the angle covered by this radius be theta. Okay, and they want us to find this angle. Through what angle will it turn in 10 seconds? Okay, through what angle will this train turn in 10 seconds? So we need to find theta. Okay, here we are given the radius r. Okay, we know r and we want to find theta. For that, first we need to calculate the arc length. Okay, we need to find this length. Okay, this is the speed of the train. This is the time which it has taken to cover this distance from A to B. So first of all, I'm going to convert this 30 kilometers into meters and this hours into seconds. So speed of the train in meter per second will be 30 kilometer into 1000. It will convert 30 kilometers into meters. Okay, per second means over, per hour means per 1 hour, over 1 hour, which is equal to 3600 seconds. Okay, so this will give me the speed of the train in meter per second. Now after simplification of this, what we will get is, so it's 25 over 3 meter per second. After simplify this, you can use calculator to get this value. Okay, this is the speed of the train in meter per second. Now we know the speed of the train. We know what's the time of the train. The time in which, now in 10 seconds it has traveled a distance that is equal to the length of this arc. Okay, so the distance traveled by the train from A to point B is actually the arc length AB. Okay, is the measurement of this arc length. That will give us L. So we need to find the distance which the train has traveled from A to B. Now to find the distance or the arc length L, we are going to use the formula which we have studied in physics, that whenever you have an moving object, and if it moves from one point to another having some speed, and you know the time through which it has traveled from A to B. If you know the speed of the moving object and the time which it has taken while moving from point A to point B, then you can find the distance by using this formula. Okay, now we know that from A to B it has taken 10 seconds to travel. Okay, and its speed was 25/3. This was given to us in the question, so we can easily find the distance traveled by the train from A to B, which will actually give us the arc length L. Speed of the train is 25/3 and its time is 10 seconds. So multiplying both these, we are going to get this. This is the speed of this is the distance of the moving train. Now this is actually equal to the arc length, because this arc length is also the total distance from here to here. Okay, length and distance are the same thing. So the length of this arc is actually determined by the distance traveled by the train from point A to point B, which we have already calculated. So now we know what is L. Okay, we already knew R, and they had asked for theta. Now using this relation we can easily find the value of theta. We know that theta is equal to L by R. Okay, theta is equal to L over R. L is equal to 250 by, let me write it here so I can have space over here. This is equal to L, and now theta is equal to L by R. We know that L is equal to 25/3 over R is 500 meters. Now we know that this 3 will go to the denominator, 500/3. Now calculating this, the value of theta will be equal to, after simplifying all this, it was 250/3. Okay, this L, it was 250/3. Now calculating all this after simplification, we will get 16 radians. Okay, so this will give us the value of theta. Now let me summarize the whole question. They had given us the radius of the circle. Okay, they had given us the speed of the train, and they had also given us the time which the train has taken to travel from point A to point B. Okay, using speed and time we found the distance. Okay, the distance is equal to speed into time, and this distance was actually the arc length. Okay, because it's the same thing, the distance traveled by the train from point A to point B, or the arc the length of this arc is the same. So from the distance, which is equal to L, we got the value of L. After calculating the value of L, we had the radius R. So using this relation that we have already studied, we could easily find the value of theta. Okay, and after simplification, we got that theta is equal to 1/6 radians. So this completes the question. Now moving to the next question. Question number 10. Now question number 10 is, a horse is tethered to a peg by a rope of 9 meters length, and by a rope of 9 meters length, and it can move in a circle with the peg as center. Okay, the peg is in the center, and it is the horse is tied to the peg with the help of a rope. The length of the rope is given to be equal to 9 meters. Now if the horse moves along the circumference of the circle, it means that the horse is moving in the circular path. Okay, the circumference of the circle, if the horse keeping the rope tight, okay, it is keeping the rope tight it means that it will move exactly in a circle. Okay, how far will it have gone when the rope has turned through an angle of 70 degrees? So they are asking that if the rope, suppose that it was a point A and in the beginning, and then it has moved to a point B such that it has traveled an angle of 70 degrees, then we need to find that how far it will have gone. Take it means they are asking for the distance which it has it will have been covered when it covers an angular distance of 70 degrees. So they are asking for the arc length. Theta is given and we need to find the arc length. For that, let me write what a horse is tethered to a peg by a rope of. So here let the peg be at the point O, and suppose this is the rope, okay, which is given to be equal to 9 meters, only 9 meters. Okay, the length of the rope is 9 meter and it moves in circle with the peg as center. If the horse moves along the circumference of the circle, what is the circumference of the circle? This is the length of the boundary of the circle. Okay, so it means that the horse is moving in a circular path, okay, along the circumference means it is moving along the boundary and it is keeping the rope tight. It means that the exact path of the horse is this much. Okay, now if the horse moves along the circumference of the circle keeping the rope tight, okay, how far will it have gone when the rope has turned an angle of 70 degrees? It means that suppose that when the rope has turned an angle of 70 degrees, let it be at point B. Okay, after it has turned an angle of 70 degrees, they are asking that how far will it have gone. It means that they are asking about this distance. Okay, it has start moving from A, and suppose that when it has reached B, it has covered the rope has turned through an angle of 70 degrees. So they are asking about this distance, that how far it has gone. Okay, when the rope has turned an angle of 70 degrees, it means that they have given us the radius 9 meters, angle is 70 degrees, which we will have to convert to radians. Okay, in order to convert it to radians, we know that we have to multiply it by pi by 180. So this is going to be the angle. Okay, and if you use calculator, this angle will be equal to, you can convert it into decimal also. So this is theta. Okay, and we want to find L. Now we know that L is equal to r theta. R is equal to 9 and theta is equal to 7 pi over 18. Now calculating this, the result that we get on calculator is equal to 10.9956. That's approximately equal to 11 meters. So this is the answer of this question. It completes the question. Now let's move to question number 12. Question number 12 is that assuming the average distance of the earth from the sun to be equal to 148 into 10 raised to power 6 kilometer, which is a very large number. Okay, so the distance between the earth and the sun is given to be equal to this much, and the angle subtended by the sun at the eye of a person on the earth. So there is a person on the earth which is looking at the sun, and the angle which is subtended at his eye is given to be equal to 9.3 into 10 raised to power negative 3, which is very small. Okay, this angle is very small. If you calculate the into 10 raised to power negative 3, it means that this number will come after dividing 9.3 by 1000. Okay, it is given in radians already, so we don't need to convert it into radians because it is already in radians. Find the diameter of the sun. So you have to find the diameter of the sun. They have given you the distance between the earth and the sun, and also the angle subtended by the sun at the eye of the person on the earth. So suppose that this is our sun, okay, and if this is the earth, the observer is suppose at the point O, okay. Now the angle subtended by the sun at the eye of the observer means that here is his eye, okay, then the angle which is formed by the sun will be this one, okay, this and this. So this angle is given to be equal to 9.3 into 10 raised to power negative 3. Also the distance between the sun and the earth, this distance is given to be equal to 148 into 10 raised to power 6 kilometers. Okay, it's a very very large distance, and we already know the sun is very distant from us. Now if you observe that the angle is very very small, okay, it is almost zero. Now if the angle is zero, then it means that these two lines are going to be very close to one another, okay. It is something like this. That's 0.00 angle means an angle which is almost zero, okay. It's going to be like this. So it means that this all these lines in the lines which are between these two lines and these, they are going to be equal. So we can take this this and this, all these lines are going to be approximately equal to 148 into 10 raised to power 6. So we can say that this length will be equal to this length. This will be equal to 148 into 10 raised to power 6 and this too, okay, because the angle is very very small, so these lines are going to be equal. Now what they have asked is find the diameter of the sun, okay. We need to find this diameter. Now as the angle is very small, therefore the arc from this point to this and the straight line will be almost the same, okay. This arc and the diameter, it is going to be the same. So if you just draw it, it is in the form of a sector of the circle, okay. This will be this length. If I take this as L, okay, because whether it is a curve or straight line, it will be almost the same because the angle is very small, okay. So there won't be any difference between the line from A to B and the arc length from A to B. They are going to be almost the same, because if the angle is very very small, you can see here that A to B, the arc and the straight line, they are going to be almost the same, okay. There won't be any difference between the two. So it means that over here the thing is, we have a sector of this form, okay. This is the diameter. AB is the diameter of the circle. This length is 148 into 10 raised to power 6. This angle is 9.3 into 10 raised to power negative 3. Now if you want to find the diameter, then it means that you will have to find this arc length. This is considered as the radius of this sector, okay. This is in the form of a sector. The angle is 9.3, so this is theta, this is r, okay, and we need to find L. We know that L is equal to r theta, so putting the values of radius, which is 148 into 10 raised to power 6 into theta is already in radians, so we don't need to convert it, or we don't need to multiply it by pi by 180, okay. So the answer will after multiplying these two, you will get the answer as, let me use calculator. So the arc length will be 137 6400, that is approximate 13,76,400, which will be equal to, in scientific notation, it's going to be equal to into 10 raised to power 6. So this gives us the diameter of the sun in kilometers, okay. So this completes the theorem. They had given us the angle, okay, of the sun, which is made at the eye of the observer, at the distance is very large, so this angle was approximately equal to 0. So these lines were very near to one another, therefore whether it is this distance or this distance, these distances are the same because the angle was very very small. Okay, also the arc from A to B and the straight line from A to B, that were also same. And this straight line AB was the diameter of the sun, so we had to calculate this L. Okay, radius theta were given to us, and we needed to find the diameter of the sun was equal to the this arc length. Okay, so L is equal to r theta. We just put the value of r and this, and after that, after calculation, we got the value 1.3764 into 10 raised to a power 6. Now let's move. Okay, question number 16 is the same as question number 12, so you can attempt question number 16, and if you have any problem, do tell me. And I will do question number 13 and 15 for you. Now moving to question number 13. Now question number 13. A circular wire, it means that wire is in the form of a circle of radius 6 centimeter. Okay, so we have circular wire means the wire which is bent in the form of the circle, and its radius is 6 centimeter, is cut straightened. It means that we have cut it from one point, and then we have made it, we have straightened it. Okay, we have pulled it to become a straight line, and